Welcome to Spiritual Clearings, where we clear and transmute the energies of the collective across time, space, and dimensions. Using the Akashic Records, we access imprints from the past, present, future, past lives, and parallel realities to bring truth, clarity, and soul-level healing into the now. Let's align with the highest frequency available today, shall we? Aloha, Candace Box here, your spiritual teacher and alchemical energy healer. Welcome everybody, and thank you so much for joining me. Happy Aloha Friday. I decided to do my live today at Kapiolani Park. Just after we had a gigantic storm yesterday. There's actually a lot of trees and branches down. However, the state has been really good at picking things up, thankfully, and it's like the storm never happened. It's crazy. Anyhow, today's live is all about feeling off, and I've been feeling it all week. Not sure if you have been too. It's just kind of like this in and out energy, and I wanted to address it because, again, I myself want to understand what I'm experiencing, and so through these clearings I get a little understanding through whatever it is that we're all going through. So thank you for being here. I'm actually going to play Bob Marley and the Wailers today, Waiting in Vain. When I listen to Bob, he always soothes my soul. So as I prep to work and get us connected to our high selves, I will play the song, enjoy, and breathe. Always love the rift part. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining me. Hello, replay viewers. Again, today we're going to address the energy of feeling off. And it's interesting because as I was working with connecting to our high selves, I had found that the ego energy is very large and in charge. It's like we all want to make sense of things. And when we're feeling off, what happens? We sometimes want to make ourselves wrong or punish ourselves or feel guilty about feeling off, right? When maybe we can start to take a look at things in a different way, because we got to re-know ourselves anew. There's an energy that we're all experiencing right now, and it's kind of new. We're not necessarily calibrated at this form level quite yet. Our soul's been there all along. However, our mind, our bodies, our emotions are like, what the fuck is this? And so as we're moving into this new higher frequency, we're learning to be in the progression of it. And sometimes the progress is not necessarily this increasing at higher degrees. It's actually just moving through it. And as we're moving through it, it's like there is no looking at how it's going to get better. It's just getting through it, right? And so as we get through it, sometimes it just is what it is, right? And when it is what it is, then as we this is so, it's really hard to describe for me at this moment because I'm still going through it. I'm still in the feeling off phase. And so as I'm doing this with you, I'm sure we're going to clear it. So I'm just going to go ahead and go to the charts because my mind can conceive of only what I've known, and what I've known not necessarily adds to what is now. So if you're feeling off, you're not alone. There's a lot of people. And especially I think after the parade of planets that just happened last week, we've been in this place where that's like we've aligned to a new higher frequency, and again we might feel a little clueless and lost because we're attempting to put the old template on top of the new template and it doesn't work, right? What is no longer, and we're putting our memories, we're putting these ideas, and it's completely different. It's a whole new way of looking at things. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Ja'ala. Thanks so much for jumping on. Okay, so I'm just going to go straight to the charts because I don't know. I have no clue. I'm ready to clear this shit for me too and figure out how to navigate this realm also. So what is it that we need to clear around feeling off? Let's go and see. We are looking at the final items of this one universe, which is a higher spiritual chart. And I like this because it's like, this is what the echoes are like showing us, the shadows that have been cast from the past. And what we're looking at, this desire to suffer. I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and I know I've cleared this in so many different realms and so many different readings. However, the desire to suffer is real. You know, we have focused so much on the suffering that we forget that simultaneously what's occurring is some amazing things. And if we were to let go of the whole idea of feeling off and what might be occurring that we might not prefer, there is something being born out of this, right? There is a new energy. And in that new energy, you know, it's kind of uncomfortable. It's change. It's a transition. And what we're doing is sometimes the suffering actually provides comfort more so than what new is, because it is unknown. And I talked a lot about this last week. And so we're here like in that transition, and it's like, well, you know, I remember suffering. I remember what that feels like. So I'm going to orientate to that, because at least I know what that looks like. I know what that feels like. And to move into this arena, it's a whole new ball game, and it's so like uncomfortable in my body. I feel all these things and I don't want to feel them. And my mind is like going haywire, trying to figure out the problem. And maybe there isn't a problem at all. It's just, again, moving through it. So the desire to suffer is strong with all of us. It's actually, you know, I was just reading this awesome book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. And what I loved about that was he talks about how we really, there's things that we choose to suffer from. And it all depends on what it is. And so he worded it in a way where suffering actually helps us, you know, choose the path that we're on. Like, I choose this suffering because it actually is helping me learn and grow through this experience, because this is the direction I want to go. And there is an element of suffering in it, which is the different ways I'm learning through it, the new challenges that are coming across in this experience, as well as, you know, not knowing what the fuck's going to happen, right? So, of course, I'm feeling way off because everything that I've done and known is not matching the way that I'm going. And so it all is like, I feel like a little haywire. And so if you're feeling a little haywire, it's all good. You know, it's just what happens sometimes. And as we're learning through this, it's like giving ourselves grace, not punishing ourselves, not making ourselves wrong. It's literally, we're just walking through this piece of our lives, and it's all new terrain. We're learning the whole terrain, we're adapting, and we're just not sure about any of it, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and clear that desire to suffer so we can get in a little bit of like maybe curiosity about like, ooh, what is coming to us? What is life asking me to really learn? What am I transforming into so that I can like really understand what is occurring for myself? Because maybe relationships are shifting and changing because they're not necessarily what was. However, they're operating in a new way that's actually supporting you in this new realm that you're going into. Or things that you've been, you know, clinging to or attaching to, maybe those things no longer exist. Like, you got to like redefine your relationship with those things in order for it to like move right along with your life. So I think we're also contending with, again, these final items of this one universe, the things that we have suffered through. Like, do we really want to suffer through those things anymore? And what is the things that you're willing to learn to suffer through? Because there is a suffering you want to sustain, you know, in a sense of like growing pains, right? So if you're feeling off, boom, the suffering is real. Clear to accurate, complete. What percent was affecting us? 100%. Okay, so let's move right along. If you guys have any questions along with this, please type it in the comments. Let me know. All right, is there something else we need to clear around feeling off? Yes, where is it? We are going to the direct healing chart. And direct healing process or color. Direct healing process. Show me. Yes, grounding. Sometimes when you're feeling off, all you can do is breathe and ground. And I was listening to this other book I'm reading. I love to read multiple books. Each one of them gives me a piece of something I need in the moment. And one thing is realizing that there is a part of us in form. I mean, that's why I'm here. That's why I can touch this table. I can smell the wet air here in Hawaii, and I can feel that sun on my back. Like, we are here in form, and in this form, like, yes, we can escape to our mind, which is this whole other dimension, or we can like really be caught in the feels, or we can totally escape into spiritual la la land, right? And just know everything is one. And yet, you know, here we are in this three-dimensional world, kind of like, what the fuck, right? So as we acknowledge and be here with ourselves in this body, it's like, okay, you know, all of me is online, all of me is here, and I'm going to take care of myself, even though I'm feeling off, because I'm always actually in the flow, no matter what. And when I'm always in the flow, this part of me, if it can ground in, it's going to like transmute and like download all of the information that is necessary for me to operate on this planet. And if I'm not grounded and I'm stuck in the other realms, then I'm just going to be spinning my wheels, right? And rendering the same beliefs over and over again, feeling the same things over and over again without really like allowing the energy to fully pass through. So we want to be in our form. We want to breathe. We want to ground so that all that energy that we're like feeling off with has some place to go, right? To like really anchor it in, to like make it is like this wonderful solid energy so we can utilize as resources, so that we can be able to then carry on with our life in the ways that actually support us, right? Because the everyday living still exists. And sometimes, like, I know right now my husband, he's going through it, and he's like, I can't do anything. I can't, you know, everything is literally transforming for him. And it's like he's caught in the feels, he's caught in the mental like rumination. And we all know this work, right? It's like, well, I know what to do. I've learned this. I've done all this stuff. Like, why am I feeling so off? Why am I going through this, right? And I know the plane's above me. We go into this self-punishment phase, and we feel so off. And yet, compression. Sorry, Liz went away. Compression is powerful, and what that is where, you know, you're looking outside for the answers externally, and you're like not seeing any answers. And so we got to go inward. And sometimes as we go inward, it's like literally taking a break from the outside external projections and literally coming in. Some of us, you know, have the luxury of doing that. You know, we've created a life for ourselves where we can actually like skip out on work or whatever you're doing and just really be and like really go through this. Others, not so much. We are still living very strongly in this three-dimensional world. So we've got to do work. We got to do jobs. And things have to happen, otherwise they're not going to happen. However, if you can give yourself these interspersed moments of compression to look deep within, to feel your emotions, to like figure out what beliefs you're operating from, you give yourself this opportunity to ground more into the reality rather than the beliefs and the ideas that you've made meaning to in your mind or in your experiences and your emotions. So we're all feeling this offness because we're really attempting to redefine ourselves. Yes, Michelle, in the middle of redefining my relationship with myself. Exactly. And who you were, what you've been, what you've operated from is really in contention with who you are becoming, right? The you, the true self that is you. And I really like this book. It's called A World Made New by Paul Selig. And what I love about it is he talks about the small self. The small self has all these ideas, and it's like, you know, I'm always in this place of conjuring up things, manifesting things for myself, where, you know, it's like the kid in the candy store. I want popcorn, I want, you know, jelly beans, I want all these things, and wants to have it, right? So it's going to ask for it, it's going to beg for it, it's going to manipulate to get it. That's the small self. Whereas the true self, when it assumes the small self, it actually is like just receive. Like, what is meant for you is always yours. It's just we haven't allowed ourselves to receive it because we're constantly strategizing, manipulating, controlling things in a way that we assure that we get things. And now this wonderful high self and our true selves that is coming in is like, no, it's here. Like, relax, open up, and allow yourself to receive it. And so in that, I mean, the small self might be like, but I have to do this and I have to do that and I have to do this and I have to do that. When maybe it's like clearing your vessel so that you can just allow yourself to receive, because we're all so full of so many things, doing so many things, actually things that we hold ourselves responsible for, obligated to, in ways that actually doesn't serve us. And when we begin to go, like, kind of redefine those moments and realize what is more a top priority, then we actually are more in that flow of our true self. So the true self is assuming us and saying, look in this direction, it's right here, but you keep looking in this direction. So we're learning through these parts of us and grounding, especially in the here and now, in the reality of it all, in what we are experiencing. We can see it more easily and readily. So let's go ahead and clear any blocks to allowing ourselves to ground into the present moment and be here now. Because maybe, and this is what the high self is saying to me, is maybe you aren't actually off. Maybe this is the you that is assuming the you that is like totally fighting and resisting what actually is happening and occurring for you right now. So let us clear that so we can really receive. Cleared, accurate, complete. What percent was blocking? 100%. So get yourselves grounded this weekend. Go outside, walk barefoot, really eat some hearty, like, root vegetables and some, like, meat, and allow yourself to ground and just breathe. Okay? All right. Let's see what else. Is there something else to clear for feeling off? Yes. Where is it? We are looking at chart 8B, and it's a belief of beliefs, and that belief is outside to the left. This beautiful energy of hate. It's fascinating. I know hate's a very strong word. And when I think of that word hate, there's this energy right here at the heart that, hates particular things that have occurred in one's life, from, negative, stupid people to, oppression and cultural shaming, to, injustice and betrayal. There's a lot that's here that literally wants to hold, right? And in that holding, it keeps those collective ideas strong and true. And we fight against it, we rebel against it, we resist against it. And, it's what we've known up until now, where right now, as we are moving into a new direction, it's what is holding the collective back, and we're being made to see that with an open heart, with an energy of compassion, of forgiveness, of grace through it all, because it is large and in charge. It is all over the planet, and from who makes money to who doesn't make money. It's like all these systems that we've given credence to, that says what is worthy, what is not worthy, what is, wealthy, what is poor, what is acceptable, not acceptable, is literally at the forefront of our purview, and we're really contending with it. And so this energy of hate, this belief of belief, it's like we thought we had to hate in order to make change, so that things don't occur again. And when we kind of get into this place of feeling off, it's like beckoning us, like, to hate rather than to love, to fear rather than to trust, right? And we're all kind of coming up against it, and it was something we really had given a lot of our energy and time to, that actually to trust, to love, to have an exciting life is very foreign, and we'd rather like limit ourselves and segregate ourselves and hate and separate rather than allow ourselves the freedom of what is possible. So we're really in this place where, as we are coming to the feeling of offness, it's like it can't be bypassed anymore. There has been a lot of creation that we've all been in agreement to, that has been here, and we're learning to no longer ignore it. We're learning to look at it. We're learning to see a new way of being, and because those parts no longer belong, and it's really heavy in the collective right now. And so if you're feeling off, it's here. There's so much, right? And so as we begin to just see it, like it's what's in here is out there, what's out there is in here, and we're like really also redefining all of those things. And it's cool because a lot more people are waking up. A lot more people are seeing new ways of doing things. They're not just, fighting against the old. They're like, well, actually, we could just do this instead. So it's not even really a fight. It's like just a turn, like in a different direction. And so if you're feeling off, the collective consciousness is real, and we are a part of it. It's what has created this reality in this three-dimensional realm, and we're still living a part of it, but it doesn't work. It's an echo. It's an old template that no longer serves us. So right now it's really large and in charge, the energy of the hate, the energy of the separation, the energy of fear. And so if we allow ourselves just breathing through it and just infusing it with love, literally things are changing on this planet. So giving yourself the acknowledgement that it's been there. We've all agreed to it on a level that maybe might not be conscious, and we're now really moving through that energy. So really allowing ourselves to just breathe through it and knowing that there is another way. Okay, so let's go ahead and clear that energy on all levels, layers. Whew, I am so glad I'm clearing that. I've totally been feeling that. And, especially being a woman, especially being a person of color, especially being, in this time right now, there's so much change, and realizing how many things I have, allowed myself to be governed by. And it's just, it doesn't have to be that way anymore. We have more free will, more free choice, and we all have, it's like a reset. We all have an opportunity, which is amazing. And so if you're feeling off, we are really contending with all these pieces. It's pretty amazing. Cleared, accurate, complete. Okay. What percent was affecting? 100%. So yeah, this one's a big one too. Is there anything else about feeling off? No. So do me a favor, okay? Be gentle on yourself during this time. It's okay when we feel off. It doesn't mean anything is wrong or you're doing anything wrong. It just means you're moving through some freaking large and in charge shit that actually has been it's almost what I see is we're shifting realities from this density to this, and we just got to walk through it. It may seem a little scary. It may seem like it's a little off. However, just keep trusting yourself, keep moving in the direction that you're supposed to go, and you can see it. There's little breadcrumbs, unless you've really done a lot of this work, you're seeing the clearing. It's showing you where the light is, right? Allow yourself to follow, and know that in feeling off, you're just really moving from the old into the new, and it's all new terrain. It's this whole unknown, and it doesn't look like what it was. It's you can't even place a finger on it. You can't even really name it, because it's just all brand new. So allow yourself the change, the transformation. I know I am. And man, I totally want to crawl into my bed and hide for a couple days. So I think I might do that this weekend. I have time to do that. So if you have time to do that, please, by all means, if you got to do some shit, do your shit and then go crawl into your bed and just hide for a little bit. And again, it's compression. When you're compressing like that, you're just turning inward for the answers rather than looking outside of you for the answers through the problems, right? And you got this. I promise. You got this. Hi, Jamie. Thanks so much for jumping on. So there isn't anything else. I did want to share with you guys that we are opening up our Soul Connections monthly gathering, and this is a place where we can gather in community and talk about these things. Sometimes we are experiencing things on our own, and we think we're like going crazy or feeling off or being, wrong or whatever. And sometimes when we get in community and talk about this, it feels so nice because it's like, oh my God, you're doing it too. You're experiencing that too. Because it really is happening to all of us. And as we begin to transform and support each other, this is a great way to meet up and connect with like-minded people that are going through the same thing, that are really aware and understanding what's happening. So, and if you're afraid of groups, I understand, sometimes we can be in a place with groups where it can feel a little like vulnerable. It's hard to be open. It's hard to connect, and it's like this whole new experience. And yet I promise you, community is where it's at. Community is actually what we're moving into. There's this no more aloneness. Like we're really like going to support and love each other and take care of each other and have each other's backs. Cause that's what it used to be, right? We all were like looked out for each other. It's like, I got you. You need anything? I got you, right? And now we've kind of been these islands unto ourselves, and we all need a little helping hand with one another. So join me for Soul Connections, and I will put the link in the chat below. And I hope you will join us. It's again once a month, every second Monday. And for the students, it is free to you. Yay! So I'll be posting the link, and you'll probably get some emails as well as social media posts. So jump on board. Would love to see you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do a mop-up and just close this up so that then that container can surround us with so much love and light, especially as we feel off. Maybe it's not so off. It's just the changes in the movement. So thank you, Heavenly Father, Mother Earth, guides, guardian angels, for all your love and support at this time, especially as we are navigating this new terrain. Help us to really open our eyes and really utilize more than our five senses to guide us on this journey and path, and support us as we really take this feeling and know that we're exactly where we need to be, and we're encountering exactly what we need to do. It really is all in divine timing, and we're all going through this together as we create a whole new world. A whole new world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And support us in seeing all the fantastic things that are coming through, and may we receive it. Amen. And there we go. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a lovely and fabulous weekend. And again, if you need to just compress a little, give yourself that time. It's all good. It's actually an honorable thing, especially in the world that demands so much of us. Anyway, I love you all, and we'll talk soon. Bye. If you felt a shift today, this is just the beginning. Join us inside New Paradigm Healing Academy to go deeper into clearing, energy work, and soul remembrance. Subscribe, like, and share this with someone ready to release the old and embody the new. Together, we rise in frequency across all timelines.